Hello, hello. Welcome to today's Daily Dominion. We're here on a Monday, so we've got ourselves a base set, plus, in this instance, guilds. There are some things to do here. Though maybe I don't know what. We have the baker, which means we can open 5-2 would have been nice here for the doctor overpay. You could overpay 3 and probably trash. I mean, you could have a bad flip, but you'd be guaranteed to get one estate anyway. Potentially all of them. But anyway, we don't have that. I don't think I'd go for it on the spend the token and do it here. Though it's not insane. I think we're going to get a butcher and then try to get some witches, some throne rooms, some of this other stuff. We'll just go for there. From there, I expect, there's a real shot it could be competitive with AI here. There's nothing to say it can't, particularly if we have this stuff hide a little bit, which we did. It didn't, it wasn't a big deal. We're going to buy a poacher. It would be nice to do a big doctor at some point. Their witch did miss the shuffle, so that was actually quite nice. So there are a couple silvers down in here, which is unfortunate, but otherwise this is probably as good of a doctor as we're going to get early on here. And hopefully the silvers are mostly bottom decked. So far, so good. Well, that was not too terrible. This is our last one, right? I think we've done 5. So this is our last. How do I get back to? It's just not possible. It's just, look at this. This is how you're supposed to get back to the doctor menu here. You're supposed to click this thing. Whatever. I think we'll just leave it. I don't think there's necessarily a reason to discard it. So we have a silver copper left. On the other hand, we probably want to play, we have a silver down there, so we might as well discard it because we'll play the butcher sooner and we're already going to have plenty of money here. So this is kind of interesting because this is at least potentially a pretty decent doctor name. There's a world where it looks pretty nice anyway, but we can just hold off. Now here we could go witch throne room, or we can go double like throne poacher. We're gonna want to contest these curses a bit at some point. Yeah, so it is silver poacher and 3 coppers. So like I said, it wouldn't be a crazy doctor name at this point, but where are they at? So that is my question, is whether I can get use of the doctor or whether that's going to be a little bit slow. We could have, of course, waited a little bit even longer for the doctor overpay, but I'm just going to go with the assumption that one bad thing here maybe is that if we we may not play this poacher because it'll trigger a shuffle. Well, it's nice to have the coppers out of the shuffle, though this is the kind of thing that can then happen. But it is nice to have those out. I want to take a baker. I'll play it. This is sad, but it's just the way these things go. We're gonna get to throne the baker here. But we are in a bit of a... We don't have debt control by any stretch of the imagination. Which can make things a little hairy. And AI is moving on me. So hopefully we pair some of this stuff here. Though whether we will or not, I don't know. We could try something like a council. I mean, there's a point where you don't know if you want to try and race versus, yeah, this is going to be sad too. It is not running well, I will say that. I don't know that we're lost yet, but we're not getting the thrones with anything. So that isn't going well. Okay. Maybe it's on me. Maybe we take nothing. Well, this is gonna be a thing. A little tough. They at least couldn't mill there. Yeah, this is the world we're living in. I still don't really want a province. I don't know what. I don't know if I have a second butcher yet. We don't want a province because we're trying to play along it, and this is not good. We didn't get to give the witch. They'll probably curse us. No, okay. Now they're milling, though, so that's going to be scary. I don't know that there's going to be enough points left for us here. It would kind of be nice to throw in the council room, I guess. If we can draw it, but... Okay. I don't think this wins quite. It's not actually a million miles away from winning. Because we get 7 points off 2. Well, we don't quite, do we? We're a little bit shy on that. But we can score a little bit. Does help. I mean, if we can find the council room stuff again, if their turn isn't that, but unfortunately they have a massive hand, so I probably just am losing. I don't think I should lose this one. I think this is deck composition more than anything. I don't know. There was a couple bad shuffles for sure, but I think you should be able to be controlled enough here to win. What that looks like, I'm not entirely sure. So I mean, if they province, are we just lost anyway? Maybe we aren't yet. Like, maybe we can, in theory, get enough duchies to still do it. So I won't lower provinces here under that idea. It may be completely misplaced. But I'm still gonna run with it. Yeah. I don't actually know if the duchy is right. It would have been nice if there was time somewhere to get in a soothsayer, but we weren't really in a position to make much use of that. Kind of want to take a council room. I don't know if that's right, though. They're just gonna have a nice turn here, I'm pretty sure. Well, okay, we don't get the draw either. This is not gonna work. We just have to do this, even though there's like no world where we draw enough now. Because that was the draw. That was just a bad. We're kind of creeping points wise, you know, back into position, but we're not gonna find the butcher, and they're just gonna mill. Well, not even mill, but. Is there even enough points? There's 12, 25, 32. There's not really enough points, is there? Even if we trash the curses out, there's not enough points, so I believe. 12 is 25, 32. We don't have that many curses. We have like 2 curses maybe, but well, we have like 3 or 4, but they buy an estate and it's certainly over. All right, we're going to have to concede this one to the AI, unfortunately. This felt okay, even up to the point. Where were we? I mean, even this felt all right. Like I felt this hand was unfortunate. I mean, we can try the copper thing and see if that line gets us anywhere. I mean, it already looks a little better, but you don't know. You don't know when you're sitting there holding the holding the doctor that you're necessarily going to get to do that. Right? That the doctor's going to hit to and we don't find anything there. That the doctor's going to hit double I'm trying to curse a little more and see if we can slow them down that way, but I don't know if it'll help or not. Still not the cleanest. I mean, draws are okay, but this is the kind of problem. I don't know that there are even curses to really name in there, and so if you move them, you're not necessarily I can't hit throne to save my life, or even throne cantrip very often, despite having a decent number of them. This is looking like a little better, maybe. I don't know. Not really, though, because we still can't get to the... We just aren't drawing through in any consistent fashion, which maybe is not possible here. It's also a thing to consider. Well, we got to do bigger now. So we are going to... I should have probably got another butcher. Well, let's play it correctly. I should have... This should be a butcher, actually. Okay. So this already looks, you know, hugely better. And maybe it's just that the doctor... I mean, okay, the thing is that I got a good doctor name on that one turn, which it wasn't. It was like I was likely to hit 1 copper for sure, but 2 wasn't necessarily guaranteed. But from this point, you can play it pretty conservatively. And probably just take 4 provinces next turn. We're gonna... I really don't necessarily want to throne the council room at this point. Maybe we do. Yeah, we can just do this now. Whoops, wrong one. That looks nicer. I mean, there are a lot of other ways, lines we could think about trying, even from the start. I mean, you can even open with the witch if you want. Though this is pretty bad because the witch goes to turn 3 here, or turn 4 here, which isn't ideal. And you could doctor now, though. Again, there's like 2 silvers in there, so why? We can certainly try and trash them a little sooner, but this is so uncontrolled. Like, I mean, you're basically at this point just resigned to playing money because you're never gonna get deck control at this point. Which isn't to say that it necessarily loses or anything. It can always, I mean, you can beat the bot with money, of course. But it's not, I don't like this. So and the other kind of things you can do are like skip silver buys. Like you can skip a silver buy here because why do you want more silvers? That kind of thing. Or you can like save tokens. But like this ends with a full trash because we drew the silver. The rest of this is junk. Which, you know, this also looks way more controlled. And in this instance, you know, the going to the throne witch looks quite a bit better. More, you know, less risky anyway. Now you still end up with these I mean, you're still at the mercy of this when you draw these thrones and stuff. Like, this is pretty bad, but... And so it's hard to... Like, if we don't see anything off these 2 cards, then this turn is suddenly super awful, too. Because now we know this bottom is, like, junk. So it's not a great... I mean, things can swing pretty hard. Yeah, and here we drew none of the throne. Like... I mean, you can also just stop here and not play the witch. But it's all kind of rough on the thrones. And maybe again, maybe I should have like a witch or a council room sooner. I could believe that. What do we have here? Well, that's not. Knowing there's a throne bottom, I definitely misplayed that, but there's not like a huge amount of things you can do better there. Let's just get a Soothsayer this run through. Why not? You know, live a little. Probably should have a second, but like we could have played another Baker. Do we trigger with the 1 gold? Why not? Who cares? Oh. But again, we reached this point where we really just want to play for one big finish. This turn duds already. It's guaranteed dud. There they get the I don't know if we'll get the draw around, to be honest. There we go. We probably do. We get a province, but I think we have enough. I think we have enough fuel here to get the duchies. We'll find out. Actually, the question is more whether we find the draw. This may already do it though, actually, now that I think about it. No. You can do this. Actually. Is 3 duchies enough? See, 3 duchies isn't enough, so that doesn't even actually work. You have to... This one is bad. We don't want to do the Soothsayer. Because we already have enough butchers to just do whatever. Now 3 duchies is enough. All right, well, this was a bit of a bummer to lose. It felt definitely like it should be pretty easy. I mean, not pretty easy. The butcher stuff is always pretty decent for the AI, but should have enough control. It is hard. You do live or die by your first couple throne draws. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you tomorrow.